Hey, listen up. I know you're probably stuck. You're probably not feeling like you're where you need to be, right? And a lot of times you just need one thing. You need to find a mentor. You need to find someone who has done it before, someone who has done whatever it is that you're doing so that you can tap in with them and they can show you the way. John Maxwell once said that people's hindsight is normally your foresight. So why not tap in with someone, see how you can better yourself, hold you accountable, push you, direct you, encourage you, and empower you so that you can become the best version of yourself. Today's podcast is going to do exactly that. I'm going to talk about how it's powerful, very powerful for you to get a mentor or a coach so that they can help guide you and so that you can achieve goals at a high level. I'll see you on the other side.
Yeah, desire to dream. What do you mean? Take a good look at my life. Yeah, my future it gleams. Desire to dream. What do you mean? I cannot lose. Cause I got God on my team.
Welcome back to Desire to Dream, the podcast that ignites your vision, strengthens your faith, and allows your dream to become a reality. I'm your host, Lo Wilder, international speaker, published author, business coach, and I'm just excited to be talking to you all today, man. We had a phenomenal weekend. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this podcast because we're going to be talking about mentorship and how important it is. This weekend, I had an opportunity to go to Eastern Florida State College, where I was, chaperoning some of my mentees, taking them to the school. They have a 2-day event. It's called Summit of Seven, and it's where hundreds of kids come out. Man, they give them gifts. There's workshops, trainings. They do it for adults as well, and it's free for the children. It's a powerful event. There's a lot of gifts that are given. There's a lot of mentoring happening, and that's what really kind of gave me the idea to talk about this podcast, because I'm talking to so many people that are just going through life without any mentors. Like we've had them all the way, when we were young, and then we just stopped. But the difference between the high achievers and those that aren't achieving is mentorship. It's coaching, right? It's people who are guiding them, you know, calling out their blind spots. It's people who have done it before. Like, why would you not tap in with someone who's done it before, who can give you the blueprint so that you can cut that time in half? Man, we have so many people that aren't successful or might be stuck, and they're not getting any mentorship. And they're like, look, I'm going to be all right. I'll figure this thing out. But to me, it's like, why waste all that time trying to figure it out? If you're trying to do this alone, let me be real with you. That might be the very reason why you're stuck. That might be the very reason why you're not getting any movement, because you haven't got a mentor, a coach, someone that can help and guide you, right? You ever hear someone talk about, I'm self-made? They talk about, I did this on my own. Like, I came out the mud by myself. The truth of the matter is, they had somebody help them. It's very rare that you have people that make it out of life without having any mentorship, without having anybody coaching them and guiding them. It sounds impressive. It sounds fire. Like, not gonna lie, like, self-made millionaire. Really? Like, you really, self-made millionaire? Like, you didn't have any help. No one guided you. No one helped you. No one helped put, anything together for you. You literally are a self-made millionaire. Chances are you're just spinning wheels, right? So let me tell you something. Michael Jordan still had Phil Jackson. Kobe Bryant had Phil Jackson. Tom Brady had Bill Belichick. We go into business, you got Steve Jobs, who had Bill Campbell. Oprah Winfrey, who had Maya Angelou. Like people who are multi-billionaires still have mentors. The people that don't have any mentors are more than likely not successful. I'm just going to be real, because it's like, if you don't have a mentor or a coach, then you're probably just spinning wheels. I invest a lot of time and money into coaching. I go to seminars, I read books, I'm a part of mastermind groups. All of these things, I'm learning something that can sharpen my skills, something that can help me cut the time out from trying to learn it on my own. You know, it really is important for you to figure out who's in your field, who's in the industry that you're in that you want to be successful in. If you want to start your own business, why not collaborate with someone who's already doing it so they can show you the ropes? Look, when I was in, coming out of college and I got my first sales job, the manager saw me, he saw my work ethic, he saw my skills, he saw my talent. He knew that I had a way to speak with people. He saw that that was my gift, but he told me, he said, "Look, your discipline has to match your talent." It changed everything for me. He really started to lay out the sales process, giving me an understanding of what that was. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what a sales process was. So I said, "Look, man, can you mentor me?" I saw that he had all the plaques. This dude was sales rep of the year, manager of the year, and I wanted to eventually reach them same goals. So I asked him, "Look, man, can I be your mentee?" And he was able to bring me in. Like, how can I get to the level of success that I need to be so that I can have a legacy for my family? Someone who's a father, and I see that they have the lifestyle that I admire. Why would I not tap in with them so that I can learn from them? Why would I just kind of let me try this on my own, right? So what do mentors do? What do coaches really do? The number one thing is that they put things into perspective. They see your blind spots. They're able to show you where you have blind spots because you might be too close to the situation to even recognize what's happening around you. I'll never forget playing football. I was a defensive lineman and I was playing nose tackle, which means that I'm in front of the center and in between the guard. And my football coach was seeing how the guards and the tackles, how they were slanting and double teaming me. I really couldn't see from that angle. So when we would come off the field, my football coach is telling me, "Yo, Lo, I need you to split the double team. They're coming at you from the left side. When the tight end's on the left side, they cracking down on you from the back." So when I started to see, okay, now I'm looking at it from a different angle because my coach pointed it out. Then I was able to have success on the field. I'm able to split the defense. I'm able to get them tackles. And that's how I was able to win. That's how I was able to be successful. And, there's sometimes where you're in the thick of it and you don't have that perspective. So you need a coach or a mentor to say, "Hey, look, what am I doing wrong? Where do I need to get better?" And they will help you along the way. The second thing is that they hold you accountable. Accountability is major. I'm a part of accountability group. I talked about it many times. They keep you locked in. When your emotions want to quit, they push you. I got some guys in the King's Accountability that will not allow me to fail. I restarted my podcast because one of the Kings was like, "Lo, where's your podcast? What's going on? What are you?" They were calling me out, not in a bad way, but calling me out, holding me accountable, knowing that, look, you need to get back in there. One, it sharpens your skill set in speaking. And two, you're building your brand. So I was like, "You're right. Let me get back into the podcast." And I'm still working and grinding and getting better, developing. So now I'm leveling up and I'm getting a mentor who's has a successful podcast. And I'm asking him questions like, how can I get better lighting, better sound? How can I enhance, the experience for my audience? And they're helping and they're guiding me, right? Then they're holding me accountable so that I can make it happen. The third thing is the skill development. They help you sharpen your execution. They help you sharpen your skills. They give you tips and tricks, the how-tos, so that you don't have to figure it out on your own. When I'm going into a situation and I already know what I need to do, more than likely I'm going to be highly successful. I'm going to be able to achieve something a lot faster than those who are trying to figure it out on their own. The fourth thing is that they give you access, right? They have the network. And I love what Warren Buffett says. He says your network is your net worth, which means that the ones the people are the people that are going to help you grow your business. Like I'm all about networking. My mentors have allowed doors to open and provided opportunities for me to get in front of groups, to speak in front of principals, and I got people that put me in front of companies so that I can present a business proposal, right? Execute a deal so I can get 6-figure deals, and I'm able to do this consistently because of my network, because of the access that it's allowed. It's like access granted, right? Everybody wants to hear that. Access granted. The doors open up. It's the best feeling in the world. And when you have a mentor who can open up the door for you, who can provide you the space for you to grow and develop, then hands down, man, you got someone that's helping you get to the next level. They're pushing you to get to that next level. The fifth thing is that they believe in you. A lot of times the people around you don't believe in you. Like, I got friends that told me they're going to support me and they never did. I got speaking engagements that my peoples don't ever show up to. But that's cool because I have mentors that push me along the way. I have people that hold me accountable. I have people that support me. And look, when you're leveling up, here's the thing. You're going to get to a point where you don't tolerate people who tolerate you. You're going to get to a point where you have to really look at your friends and be on some inventory. I call it the friend inventory, where you look at your friends and you start asking, is this person adding value to me or are they draining me? And when you make that decision, then you have to decide, if I want to be successful, if I want to achieve my goals, I need to move this person out the way. And sometimes it just happens organically. Sometimes when you start talking that talk and you holding them accountable and they see that you're executing at a high level, more than likely they fall off. So if you get a mentor, they're going to help you access the room. They're going to give you accountability. They're going to give you support. They're going to give you encouragement. You don't have to make the same mistakes if you're willing to learn from someone who already walked that path. Someone who already got the shirt, someone who already got the hat, someone who's been there. Like, why would you have to, like Jay-Z said, Hove did that, so hopefully you wouldn't have to go through that. Like, why would you go through something if you have a mentor who says, look, young man, look, young lady, I strongly advise you to do this, make this decision. And a lot of times it may not be the one decision that you want, but then as you get older and you look back and you're like, man, I'm glad I listened to my man because it helped me. And mentors are going to keep you in line so that you can level up. They're not going to tolerate mediocrity. They're going to challenge you so that you can better yourself. And that's the power in mentorship, is the challenge to get better every single day. That's the beauty of mentorship. When I look at these young men, they may not have their fathers. And I know because I didn't have my father, but I'm able to challenge them. I'm able to hold them accountable. And here's the thing. If I didn't have mentors in my life, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So it's important to really take on mentorship, take on coaching. I also pay for a coach, right? I have someone who I talk to twice a month, and they're on the payroll, and I'm going to have them on the podcast, but because dude is just straight fire, and he really helps me strategize through certain situations. He helps me see things that I may not see. He allows me to have that space where I can kind of share some thoughts and ideas, and it's a safe and non-judgmental zone. And he allows me to just flow. And then he says, if I heard you correctly, boom, 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 lays it out for you, boy. And now I'm able to move. Or I'm like, you know what? Nah, that's not really what I'm trying to say. And then I say it differently. And he's able to help me and guide me through that process. It's a beautiful thing. So how do you find a mentor, right? How do you actually find someone who's willing to take you on? Well, you can start off by buying books. You can get books of people who you admire. One of the mentors that I admired, man, was YouTube videos I was watching back in the day with Dr. Eric Thomas, the motivational hip hop preacher. And I would watch all his videos. And I remember telling my boys, like, yo, one day I'm going to meet my guy. And sure enough, not only did I meet him, I became a part of his group. You know, I was on Sunday calls with ET. Like, I'm able to talk to him on a weekly basis. I went through his speaking program, his speakers academy, and got certified through Eric Thomas. And now I'm a part of the group that we all, you know, came from that environment. We all came from the ET sphere, like from that circle. And we're all like-minded individuals. And so I have a tribe. I have people that I can lean on, mentors, man, people that are killing the real estate game, millions of dollars in real estate. Best believe I need that information. And guess what? They're willing to give it. So how do we find mentors? Look around you. Who's doing what you want and they're doing it at a high level? Reach out. Ask them, hey, listen, do you have any time where we can meet up for coffee? I just want to ask you a few questions. Be bold. Sometimes you have to invest in coaching because there's levels to it. I was getting free coaching for years, but what happens is when you're tapping in with millionaires, like, they're going to give you gain, but over time they have to keep it moving. So you have to invest in coaching. You have to invest in that seminar. You have to get into the room. Invest in it. If you invest in it, then that means that you really want to do it. That means that you really care about what you're doing. That means that you're really trying to grow. Sometimes you just have to go look at your church family. I mean, I have so many mentors around me in my church. It's incredible. You know, guys that are in their 70s who worked on the Wall Street and worked there for 40 years. I mean, wealthy, got plenty of knowledge. People that are in so many different industries and being able to pick their brain over coffee, lunch, breakfast, whatever the case may be. And they just giving me game. And I just keep and building a relationship with them. The way that you add value is by taking what they're saying and put it into practice, put it into work. And they're gonna see you level up, and they're gonna continue to pour into you. But it's the people that aren't doing anything. You go to work, you go home, and that's it. I got to get to these children. I got to do this. I got to do that. People are not willing to help if you're not willing to grow. So look around, see who's around you. That's how you're able to build a relationship. That's how you're able to build a mentee-mentor relationship. And you have to make sure sometimes it's not transactional, and sometimes it is. Sometimes you have to pay. But make sure that you get the value in it, and they're gonna take you to that next level. But I have to say this: a coach can only take you as far as you're willing to submit, as much as you're willing to listen, and as much as you're willing to implement. If you can't do those three things, they can only take you so far. It's like the old saying: you can take a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink it. Same thing implies when it comes to coaching. So make sure that you're submitting to their mentorship. Make sure that you're listening to what they're saying. Write notes, take notes, asking questions, right? And then implement them. And watch your life just skyrocket. So look, let me land this episode right here, man. I appreciate you rocking with me. I've been, taking classes at night with Cornell University. I'm getting my second certificate with Cornell in professional leadership. I also already have my executive leadership certificate. I'm doing mortgages. I'm probably at about seven loans in the first 90 days, first 90 to 120 days. Glory to God, man. I couldn't do it without God. And I'm also looking to transition into mortgages full time, right, as we're speaking. And I'm looking to get back into my speaking business and mentor business and start developing that. So I appreciate y'all rocking with me, rocking with the raspy voice. A lot of times this is really late at night when the 4 and 2-year-old is in bed or super early in the morning. So I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I appreciate the support. So look, stop trying to do it alone. Even the GOATs that win championships can't do it without their coaches. So tap in, find yourself a coach, go out there, implement the information that they're giving you, find you a mentor. And that's the challenge that I have for you all. that by the end of the week or next week, you're like, hey, I got me a coach, I got me a mentor, I got somebody that's going to help me out. All right. So be great on purpose. It's your boy Lil Wilder, and I'm just reminding you to desire to dream, and don't do it alone. I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.